Another thing that I've learned, and this is spiritual law now, not physical law, is that what you condemn will condemn you. And this has got to do with judging other people. We all know the scriptures that we should not judge other people. But what this is actually saying and trying to explain is that life is a boomerang. So whatever you put out will come back to you. So you put out the good things come back to you. You put out bad things come back to you. And it goes the same for condemnation as well. The things that you condemn in other people, in terms of the things that they do, whatever the case may be, if you're not careful, those things will come upon you as well. And it reminds me of a situation when I was very, very young. I think that's when I started observing this thing. I was very, very young. We were all just coming out of tertiary, and one of the girls in the group fell pregnant, right? And she fell pregnant. It was out of wedlock. We didn't know who the guy was, but straight out of tertiary. And I'm Gen X, so back then that was a no-no. Absolutely not, right? That was like some crazy stuff in the neighborhood. Okay, and everybody knew about it. And another girl was just on you, Tori, like, how could you do that? Yeah, Mari, you can't be just getting pregnant out of wedlock and just a lot of ridicule and condemnation, right? And life happens. Okay. Yes, it takes two to tango, but sometimes people just don't intend to fall pregnant at certain times. Um, and I kid you not, within about 6 to 7 months, the same girl that was condemning the other one also fell pregnant, not fall, fell pregnant, also out of wedlock. So this is illustrating that we really shouldn't be too quick to judge. And I know it isn't easy. It's actually what we do as humans quite naturally, like, yeah. Instead of looking at the speck in our own eyes, we look at what's wrong with other people. And I can relate to this as well because I can think of myself um, as a young junior analyst. When I started working, I come from the world of numbers, right? All the accountants, economists, actuaries, we work with numbers. So I remember when we did our Myers-Briggs personality test, myself and the whole of my team, because we were analysts, accountants, wara, all of us were the same, which is a problem because that is groupthink, everybody bringing the same mentality to the team. But I was an INTJ, right? And the J means judging, which made sense because the job required me to do that. When you're working with numbers, you are doing calculations, you are dealing with management information, all those things are used for making decisions, informing strategy and making decisions. So that personality trait was required at work, but I also noticed that I had the same traits in life in general, right? Like I would be the one to like, yeah, mara, it's a so, do this, don't do that. Okay. But as I grew in my spiritual intelligence, I realized that, okay, no, actually, the things that I'm judging in others, they are starting to happen to me as well, and it started to open my eyes. And it was only when I read one of the book by an American author called Florence Scovel Shinn, where she actually penned it to say, what you condemn condemns you. And I hope it's her because I've read a lot of books, so I hope I'm just not confusing the authors. but her books have left quite an impression on me. That I realized that, oh, actually this thing is a law, because it's like, yes, 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 yes. Life is a boomerang. What you put out, you're going to get back. And it's only a matter of time. And actually, that time depends on your level of spiritual intelligence. So if you're a person who's of low spiritual intelligence, you're still developing, um, that boomerang will not come back as quick. But if you're a person who is of high spiritual intelligence, and by that token, it means that you actually should know better, that boomerang is going to come back to you much faster, right? Same case with somebody who is, like, in today's language, a master manifester. So things like, you can declare a thing and you think about it, and it comes through next day, within a week, even within a month, while others who are still developing their manifestation skills, for them it might take longer. So even you, if you're in that category where things manifest for you quickly, as much as the good things manifest for you quickly, even the negative things will manifest much quicker than with other people. So, what am I saying? I'm saying that yes, it's difficult. It's much easier to look at the speck in other people's eyes, but we need to be aware that there are other laws that are operating within us. And actually, there's no getting away from those, because they are the foundation that make this matrix that we are living in work, and work as it does. So don't be so quick to condemn others. Don't be so quick to judge them, because we are all on our individual soul's journeys. And while you are on your soul's journey, you don't know the lessons that are included in the other person's soul's journey. And you don't even think about, you don't know, what other lessons they are supposed to be invoking in other people. Um, so it's very important um, not to judge too quickly, lest your judgment day comes quickly as well, right? And that judgment day, as we've been taught in church, in the Bible, it's not that place where you're gonna go when you die. Actually, judgment day is every day, because life is about what you put in, and what you get out. And so when you've put in those things, actually una le sekoloto around what needs to come back to you. And it's up to you to decide what comes back to you. Is it going to be the good, or it's going to be the negative things? So here's the trick, and it's similar to the previous video I did on not sweating the small stuff and not allowing things to get to you. Yes, things may be painful, they might affect you, they may trigger you, but the trick is to observe and not to absorb. Because once you start absorbing everything that's happening around you, and even absorbing what other people are doing, that's when you start judging, and that's when you start condemning. So please be aware, and you can check the patterns in your own life, or even the people around you, in terms of what you've condemned before. That what you condemn will condemn you at some point.